Hi guys, welcome to the channel. Today is Thursday, the 11th of June 2026. I hope you're doing well. So today I'm just going to be starting off on the daily time frame simply because the weekly and the monthly want to throw me off. So I'm just going to be focusing on the daily. Now, just to keep things simple because the markets have still been rough and are still rough because we still have consolidation. But just looking at the daily time frame, just to put it simply, here we were in an uptrend. And then here we were in a downtrend. So I'm doing this, guys, because I've just decided, like, I'm not going to be stressed out, okay? This way here we were in uptrend. And then I'm not sure if this is like the beginning of a new downtrend, but we are making lower lows here and lower highs. So it is safe to say, as per the daily time frame, we are in a downtrend. As much as on the weekly, I am bullish, but still I do not have confirmation on my end. And the fact that also on the weekly time frame, we could be in a type of consolidation. So either buyers and sellers could be correct. For me, I am just more biased towards the bullish side simply because for my trading style, I have to wait for confirmation. And on the weekly time frame, the bullish candles are giving me more confirmation as compared to the bearish candles. And also the fact that we still have a very long wick up here. But as per right now, just from the daily time frame, we are in a downtrend. So here we are, but we can see that there's also a double bottom. So maybe that weekly candle, that bullish candle that I'm pointing out, maybe it could start pushing, guys. Who knows? But I'm going to try my best and just focus on what's happening here because it honestly has been quite stressful for me even. We have a double bottom, but still not the best double bottom because I personally like to consider double bottoms that have proper candlestick confirmations. And we can see here this particular level, the 1.33100, has an indecision candle with still a wick. But we are still pushing inside this particular horizontal key level here. We are approaching another weekly key level. Yesterday's candle, we closed with a very long wick that has a potential to be filled. These types of candles are dangerous. So I am not going to be looking for sells yet, but I am going to show you what I'm trying to look at from the 4-hour or in the 1-hour time frame. I've not had a trade this particular week, so I don't know if I'll get one. So let's see. Here we are. On Monday when I was making an analysis, I was looking for sells. I was waiting for a pullback around this area here just for a short-term sell because again, from the weekly time frame, I'm still not convinced. I'm still not convinced unless maybe price continues to break lower, even below the 1.33100. So I was waiting for the pullback and I mentioned that I will not be trading this pullback. And you can see it was not a good pullback at all, but we did end up breaking above and then having this little pullback, and now it's almost like continuing upwards. But the fact that we are still in a downtrend on the 4-hour time frame and also on the daily, it's a bit tricky to look for those long time buys that I was looking at, especially if this trend line that I have continues holding. So on the 4-hour time frame, what I am looking at, there is a bearish candle here, very nice bearish engulfing candle here, but this is not a trade that I can take simply because we still have a very long wick above here. So if I was to take any trade, I would have to make sure that my stop loss is way above here, and you can see this is almost like a 60 pip stop loss, which is a bit too big for me. I'm not too sure about those lower targets, as I mentioned, because I'm still skeptical. So it's a bit tricky taking anything around here. However, I'm still looking for short-term sells as per right now. Going over to the 1-hour time frame. Now, on the 1-hour time frame, this is what I'm looking at today. So as I mentioned, I have not had a trade this week. Even in June, I think I only had one trade that was closed at break even. Oh gosh, guys, this is my birthday month. I'm really hoping that this could be, a very profitable month, but the way things are looking, things are tough. So on the 1-hour time frame, I have this is a trend line now from the 1-hour time frame because of course for me, I work with trend lines. I can see that price broke below the trend line. We also broke below Tuesday's low. Was this Tuesday or Wednesday? This was Wednesday's low here. We broke below it. So what I'm looking for today, because we still have this very big long move here that also has a wick, I'm looking for maybe a deeper pullback, even back to this trend line, even back to this high over here. That would be nice. And then try and see if I can get a position. I don't know if I'll be able to get a trade this week. So this is something that I'm going to be watching out for, because today's Thursday and also maybe Friday. I also do take trades on Fridays, but only before 1 p.m. If I do not get a setup before Friday 1 p.m., I don't take any trades. So I'm not keen on taking any sells as per right here. As I mentioned, on the 4 time frame, we still have a very long wick. For me, the safest thing would be to get a type of trade around this area here, and then see if I can get even something like this, a 1:2 or 1:3 could be quite okay. Even down here, this could be nice. This could be a dream, but I don't know, guys. It's looking tricky. So what I'm going to be doing for today, because again, we have this trend line that's holding. We also have this particular level, which is the 1.341, which is holding, could provide a potential area of confluence around these levels here. If at all this does not happen, I'm going to end up putting an alert. I think, should I put an alert over there? Let me put my alert at 1.3400, so that in case price gets to this particular level here, I want the price to ring. My alert to ring, and then I can start looking at the market, because I don't think for buys I'm looking at anything in terms of buys at the moment, and also because on the dollar index you also see why. So this is a particular move that I'm looking at today. If I don't get it, that's all good. I'm not too keen on getting a sell around here, because that will mean I'll have to get a big stop loss. Okay, 50 pips as a stop loss is not too bad for me, but I prefer to have my pips at least at 30, because that can give me a better risk to reward. So I'll just be on standby. Let me know what you think in terms of buys. I don't see it. I don't see it today. Honestly, we have broken below this area here. And on the 4 time frame, buys are not looking too keen. But you know what's interesting, if this candle had formed here at this particular level, what level was this? The 1.331. If I had a bullish engulfing candle here, I'd probably be looking at taking it, but it would still be tricky because I just do not have confirmation. And the thing is with the euro, so I hope that made sense. Let me just go to the euro. The euro has been looking a bit much more cleaner than the pound, because now the euro looks bearish. This one here has cleaner market structure, which does not always happen. Again, if you've watched my video on other pairs that trade apart from EURUSD, you know why I used to trade it, and also why I stopped. So as much as it's looking clear, I'm still not tempted to trade this pair. I don't think I'll ever be trading this pair again. But it definitely is looking much cleaner. So that's why I'm also inclined to looking at sells on the pound USD, because you can see here, this looks much, much better. If I just compare it to the pound quickly, you can see here we made a double bottom, but on the euro, it's a bit more cleaner because it made a higher low. So even if when I go to the 4 time frame, the euro is looking like it's making a pullback. So if the euro also does something like this, and then we get like a type of reaction here, then that could also confirm why I'm waiting for price to just move on up slightly before looking for any sells. If that does not happen, then that is it. So on the dollar index, let me just start let me just go on the 4 time frame. So on the 4 time frame, we have been moving bullish, but we're still in some type of consolidation. We did make a little pullback over here when I take my fibs from this particular level to here. Let me see. Okay, so we just bounced off the 50. We touched the 50 and 38.2. So what I am hoping for on the dollar index, so that will now validate my bias also, is just because we still have also a very long wick around here. If it could do something like this, maybe fill it and then maybe move up to now this particular level, the 100.6, to then see what's going to happen. I'm still going to be bearish on the dollar index. I'm going to maintain what my bias is, because it's just looking tricky. I'm not convinced yet, but somebody could say that this is a double bottom. It's not too bad. If it is a double bottom, which it does look like a double bottom, to be honest, then it could end up completing this whole move over here. And so, I do see the potential of maybe price coming here. And then we'll see from there if it wants to continue pushing upwards. It is what it is, because in terms of market structure, it is just not clean at all. So, short-term bullish on the DXY, just for it to complete this particular move and head on over to the 100.6. If it doesn't do that and it continues selling, I have not seen confirmation of selling yet, simply because I just don't see any candles here. But I'm hoping maybe in the near future or next week. We'll just have to wait and see, because who knows? We're still waiting for the fundamental news release. I've just seen yesterday in the news there's been some attacks again. So South African rand, dollar slips as US completes Iran strikes. Okay, this is interesting. So this news has been released at around, well, this is just an article written by someone, but the dollar index edged slightly below 100 on Thursday, struggling to extend its gains after the US military announced it had completed Okay, so it's completed its latest strikes on Iran, raising hopes that peace negotiations could resume. So this is going to be interesting, guys. So this is something that we'll have to keep up with. Well, I personally will be keeping up with this. I'm going to be watching the news and trying to see, because if at all the war is starting to to end, the dollar could drop, which now could confirm my bias that I've been having on the dollar index, because I still see a potential, guys, of the dollar coming back all the way down here first. For it to now push up. And the main reason I'm saying that, well, this is just my opinion, and I definitely could be wrong, and it's also a long shot, but it's because I just don't see any confirmation here in terms of bullish pressure. We still have this very long wick. We have a weekly candle here that is bearish, and I do see a potential of this candle, completing its move all the way maybe to down here or here. But again, guys, who knows? This is just my opinion. I just like to share my opinion, because on this YouTube channel, I treat it like a blog, so that I can also keep up with my analysis and actually see if I'm sticking to what I'm saying in terms of even my trades. So yeah, I hope that's made sense. Tricky, who knows? I'll just be patient. I'll just be on standby. But yeah, I hope I've made sense. If you are already in a sell or in a buy, I remember like on Tuesday or on Monday when I made my analysis, I was getting comments. People are buying, some people are selling. So you can see, guys, it's still not clear. Still like some tag of war there that, I think we just have to wait and see. Most especially from the fundamental news, because this one, the candlesticks and the SMCs and the fair values, like, guys, now it's just the fundamentals, because this here has been driven by the news. So yeah, in terms of the news yesterday we had the CPI. It didn't do much. It's been interesting, guys, because this particular year, like the CPI, all these news that we consider to be very heavy and whatever, they didn't do much. So interesting. So anyway, we have some news at 3:30 p.m. East African time, which is PPI. PPI usually has a bit of movement, so let's see what we can get today. And then on Friday at 9 a.m. East African time, we have some GDP. This one usually moves the pound. This one, from my experience, it usually moves it, but usually in the same direction. So I think today we'll be waiting to see what's going to happen. Hopefully I can get a trade today or tomorrow by 1 p.m. If not, then it'll be a no trading week for me, and that is still okay. So yeah, that is it for this particular video. I will see you on the next one. Bye-bye.